Second World War savaged many Polish communities, causing people to become displaced on a scale never before imagined, with many losing their homes forever as a result of the takeover by the Soviet Union. This meant many left to fight in the war with no home to come back to, leaving up to 157,000 Poles coming to the UK during or just after the war. In 1947, Prime Minister Winston Churchill created the Polish Resettlement Act, promising that the British government would provide our Polish allies with every assistance to enable them to settle here. However, at the time, the Polish war contribution wasn't fully recognised, resulting in many being resettled and forgotten. This building was once known as Stover Camp, one of 45 camps under this Polish Resettlement Act, which catered for the needs of displaced Polish people. Ilford Park is the last remaining camp, 9 acres of which has been developed into a residential care and nursing home for the elderly Poles, leaving 33 acres of camp relics, preserving the memories that have been left with them. Ilford Park offers these people who lost their homes through the war their very own little Poland.
A lot of residents come here just to try it out, and 9 times out of 10 they stay for a couple of days and they really like it, and so we must be doing something right. This is a different type of lifestyle here that I experience. I can walk along the same piece of grass, but it's not the same because things are different. The people have gone now that were there before, so it's different, but it's still unique in this day and age and in this country, really.
I felt in my heart that it'll be something that I'll be able to give back to the people that I knew from a very young child, that all cared and looked after us. Not just me, but the groups of children that were here at the time. We grew up very close together, almost as if we were brothers and sisters. So I made that decision and I moved from the office in 1980 to be part of the move of the residents from the old home to the new home.
We give them those little touches, like the food and the services we offer, like Polish singing and dancing and church services in Polish, and there's a Polish shop on site. Even actually the streets are named after Polish towns. People try to hang on as long as possible in their own homes, but when they do come to us now, they need quite a bit of care.
Well, England was a long way off because, before I came to England, we were taken over by the Russians. You see, and we were arrested by the Russians. Our houses were confiscated, which we had a beautiful house in Poland.
I'm still missing. Only I'm lucky because after war finished, we went to Germany on occupation. I've been took to Russia, to Siberia, 10 of February 1940.
It was very, very cold in the winter. Freezing cold, They say, he says, you put your hand like this, you won't see your hand.
When the war broke out, Poland with Germany and so on, I was forced labor to Germany to work.
I was stopping the Russians getting through because Poland was attacked by the Russians from the east and the Germany from the west.
And I was young, so they took me. I was maltreated. I had to work for nothing.
I joined the paratroopers 28th of August 1943, first jump from balloon. I got to count 121, 122, 123, and then jump because all our equipment was in containers. If I jump early, I'll be probably tangled with them and get killed.
Yeah, there's 55,000 aircrew were killed during the last war. After the war, you're not sure what to do, you're waiting to go back to Poland.
When the war finished, all the foreigners there was a camp organized. People, we have to be registered, as I say, with everybody with police who was in the camp.
They said, why don't you go to your country? Well, we couldn't, because it been occupied by Russia. You see, and we been in Russia, so we not telling very nice stories here about them.
You see, and everybody was given identity card, what they are, foreigners. Everybody was, for a week, given document. We had to be registered with the police. When I married, what date, where I married, my new name, and where I was born in Poland, what date, everything is here.
I would love to go to my country. Quite a few people went, and they said they're going to write to us, but we never had any news from them. Because as soon as they landed, Russian deal with them.
These residents will never forget their hardships, but Ilford Park provides them with a safe and peaceful community. It's hard to believe that this beautiful building is part of the remnants of a post-war camp.
We lived in a barrack. There was a chap next door that used to bang on the walls and relive his whatever experiences he had during the war.
Where the new building is built here, this used to be a colony where the families that lived here, majority of them had children allotments. And my nicest memories were, my dad said, if you're good today, we'll go and pick some mushrooms.
Kids playing in the woods and the golf course, the lakes. Just an idyllic sort of childhood, really.
All the families worked very hard, very hard indeed. But it was a very close-knit community, which everybody looked out for each other. That's the only life we knew.
There were people that really couldn't care for themselves, and it was the first generation, people that had just experienced the war.
20 years on, we are now down to 6 original people that I would have moved or been participated with the move myself. And that was very, very hard to accept. Very hard to accept.
Our aim here at Ilford Park is to provide a safe environment to those residents who come and live here. Our aim is to provide something that understands their cultural needs as well as their medical and their social needs. I think for the residents that live here, their aim was always to return back to Poland, and that wasn't possible because of the political problems faced in Poland at that time. And so we hope very much that the experience that residents have here reflects to them the nearest that they may get to going home.
I couldn't fault it nothing here, absolutely nothing. And I think it's the best place to wait for your end.
Her Majesty's government will never forget the debt they owe to the Polish troops who have served them so valiantly, and for all those who have fought under our command.